Okay, I think everything's set up now. Okay, so after quite a lot of time of repeatedly defeating the Empress of Light, I managed to pick up all of her drops. Well, except for Master Mode ones, because I'm not ready for Master Mode yet. At least I don't think so. So I'll be going over them today, I guess. I had to stop filming the last video because of something, because the solar eclipse happened, but that's not important right now. Anyways, as you can see, that's the night glow. Okay, be careful not to hit that. I think I'll just catch it. Alright, so as you can see, this is the night glows. When the Empress of Light is killed, she'll always drop either the Starlight, the Night Glow, the Kaleidoscope, or Eventide. So the Starlight, I'm pretty sure, is the new fastest weapon in the game. I mean, you can just. So yeah, this is it against like enemies and everything. It's pretty fast. I definitely see it like being used to like cheese bosses, although I'm not sure how because I'm not very good with that stuff. I'm pretty sure that this will be like a replacement for like the drop by the Crimson Mimics. Like, well, I don't know how to pronounce its name, but it was at one point the fastest weapon. But I think it now belongs to like the Starlight or something. Anyways, yeah, with my current gear, which is plus 4%, 8% total right now. So 12%. So with the 16%, and then so yeah, with the 20% damage boost, it will do 84 melee damage. I'm not bothered to do the maths for that, so just subtract 20% off when you have its base damage. Alright, now and then we have the night glow, so let me check it. I'm not bothered to do the maths of how much damage this is up by, but so far it's 63 damage with all the gear, so that's about 20%. I'm not really sure how much, but with all my gear right now, it does like 63 magic damage, uses 22 mana, which is a fair bit. And it's also incredibly slow, but it's auto fire like most of the Empress's drops. So it basically spawns like 4 of these small shards that then home in on enemies. If there's no enemies, they just vanish. Another interesting thing is that it can also like light up places, so if things are like a little bit dark, hold on while I show you. It's like if anything's like a little bit dark, it will light it up like a torch. So just a weaponized torch, really. Hold on a sec while I show you. Oh crap, probably should use that earlier. I'll go into the rest of drops once I'm done showing like the night glow. I'm pretty sure that the Starlight can also, for some weird reason, it can attack like the Martian officers, you know, those ones with like the barrier around them. It can attack and destroy their shield through walls, but it can't just destroy it can't destroy the enemy itself. So it can't hurt the enemy, it can just hurt the enemy's shield through walls, which is a little bit weird. Okay, let me just show you. So as you can see, it's pretty dark around here, almost pitch black. But as soon as I hold up the night glow, you can see pretty clearly. So it's actually quite useful. It's more useful for exploring than actual combat because, yeah, for that reason. Then there's the Kaleidoscope. It's just like any other whip. Wait, hold on, this is... Okay, it doesn't. There's the Kaleidoscope. So I think it's got a base, so 220 with the damage increases I have, you know, not gonna go into details. It does a fair bit of damage and 20 summon tag damage, so your summons will do 20 extra damage, which is actually quite high. And a 10% critical strike chance, and like all other whips introduced, your summons will focus on the enemies you strike. I'm pretty sure whips have the highest base damage as well, so this is something new for the summoners. Then there's the Eventide, which is actually a really cool bow. Like, when you get the Eventide, there's almost no use for the Tsunami from as far as I know. because like they're both almost just as good. It's like, you know, when you get Uzi, there's no use to make a Mega Shark. I mean, you still can, but it's just not very useful. So it fires like it only takes up one arrow. Hold on, I'll show you. And it fires like a volley of 5, I think. I'm not really sure how much. I never counted. But it fires this much arrows, and you can also like move it like this, so it shoots. You know, like in the spread. I'm pretty sure like this is based off of one of her attacks, like most of the weapons. But yeah, you get my point. It also, the arrows also will pierce enemies. I'm not sure up to how much, but I think it's like infinite. So the arrows pierce enemies, and they're also rather big, so if you have shit aim, it comes in handy. And yeah, a volley of 5 piercing arrows, pretty much. Then there's the trophy, which, hold on a sec while I get to show. Hold on, I'll get it up here soon enough. It looks like this one placed. It's, again, like all the trophies, just decorative, doesn't really do anything. I think it's like a 10% drop chance. Then there's the Empress of Light mask, which honestly, all the masks is one of my personal favorites. Not that I like it that much. So yeah, you can't really hold on a sec while I get a closer zoom. So yeah, this is how it looks like on your character. Just absorb the details, I guess. So this is how it normally look like, and this is how it looks like with the mask on. It's obviously meant to resemble the Empress's face. I think I'm gonna zoom out now. I think there's a rainbow slide there. There's also the prismatic dye. And it's something like a rainbow dye, like the one that shifts colors, except, wait, is that the... Never mind, let's just... It makes the character rainbow, and, it's honestly not my favorite. It's just a bit of a pain on the eyes for me. But hey, if you like it, you like it. This is just how it looks like on my outfit. I'm pretty sure it overrides all colors, so like it doesn't mix with your outfit's color, it's just kind of, you know, just changes its color to that instead of mixing with the outfit's color like some other dyes, so it's quite useful. There's also the there's also the Empress's wings, which is a powered up version of like the jetpack. Hold on a sec while I show you how it looks like. So yeah, this is me flying with it. It seems to be like a bit too fast for my liking. The Celestial Starboard, which is dropped by Moonlord now, is like an upgraded version of this, so there's that too. Alright, time to put back on the jetpack because it's the wings I'm most comfortable with. Don't ask me why. And then there's the Stellar Tune. The stars that it's a 5% drop chance from the boss, as compared to some others that are like guaranteed to drop. The Empress of Light's like mask and trophies like a rough 10%, and like the wings are 6%, which is quite rare. This is a 5% on expert. I think like on normal mode it's like 2% chance. So basically it spawns 2 stars that will hover towards your cursor, as you see it disappear there. But if there's any enemies like on their way, they'll home in on the enemies instead, which is quite cool. I think I might try to show this in action later in this video. And then yeah, I think I covered pretty much all the drops except for Terra Prisma. Let me just show you. So So the Terra Prisma is a new summon weapon. It does the most damage in one hit out of all the summon weapons. So yeah, there's that. So there's a couple of seconds of it in action. Alright. And then there's also the soaring insignia, I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, your wings and rocket boots can go on forever. Well, not just rocket boots, anything that allows flight can fly. Well, not really anything that allows flight, but you get the point. All the accessories that allow flight can fly on forever. Let me just show you. So, I'm using the new Terra Spark boots right now, which is like the new final pair of boots. And as you can see, I can go on forever. Yeah, like all the way up to top of the world. Of course, you shouldn't do this with Terra Spark boots because, you know, you still take 4 damage. This also applies to wings, so your wings can go for, and I've actually used it against Moonlord. It's actually quite useful. I've also, I think that's about all the drops. So let's I guess see what the Terra Prisma can do against, like, you know, Queen Slime. Hold on a sec. Oh shit, that scared me. So the Stellar Tune's actually quite heavy on mana, but that shouldn't be an issue because, well, yeah, mana potion exists. So yeah, I'm just gonna let the Terra Prismas try kill it from all the way here, and I just dodge it attacks. Probably not the best idea, but here's the Terra Prismas in action. Now the thing about the Terra Prisma is that it's only dropped by the Empress of Light if you do all the damage to her during the day. Not if you kill her during the day, if all damage is done during the day. And the thing about that is, well, she one-shots everyone during the day. I can't really recommend any tactics, but Hallowed Armor's new set bonus is quite effective because the chance to dodge attacks, well, not really the chance to, but you know, guaranteed dodge, can definitely help you against a one-shot. Another thing that's also recommended is to just not worry about defense because it's gonna be beyond lethal. So just focus on damaging dodging during the day if you want to fight the Empress during the day. My personal recommendation is to beat Moonlord over and over again until you get the Zenith. Like, you know, the crafting recipes is just make the Zenith because it destroys them. So I think that's about all the drops covered. Okay, yeah, that's a really weird defeat noise. So yeah, that's about all of the Empress of Light's drops covered, and I think I'll stop the video right there.